Pray these things in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Please be seated. I love it that Alex spares no expense when I request a pulpit. Thank you, brother. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to get along great. All right. It's very good to be back with y'all. I bring you greetings from the great state of South Carolina, from the Palmetto State, from the church family of St. Augustine, Canterbury, where I serve in beautiful Lincoln, South Carolina. It's an honor to be with y'all. It's a joy to help lead worship. Try not to screw up right one, but with a dear friend, classmate, Alex, and with Chester and Father Richard is hanging out. Good Swanee man. A wise man once said, "Mercy sees only need and responds with compassion." Mercy sees only need and responds with compassion. I want you to think of that on this side, and over here I want to hold in tension two other statements. I am right, and I want to do the minimum. So I am right, I want to do the minimum. Mercy sees only need and responds with compassion. And that, my friends, is the parable of the Good Samaritan in a nutshell. The lawyer, who's an expert on the scriptures, not just civil or whatnot, there was just the law, religious and the political side. And I really believe this man was trying to understand Jesus. Yes, he was testing him, but I really think he wanted to know more about this itinerant teacher and healer that people are hearing about. But that lawyer falls prey to the sin of pride because he wants to be heard and he wants everybody to know that he is right. All of us have fallen prey to that sin, haven't we? I mean, don't we want our opinions validated? Yes. We want our thoughts on the best vacation places to be validated, right? Or if we've done a home remodeling, that we want our opinions right about the design of things? Oh, yes. Sports teams? Perhaps. Yeah. I know where I am. Garnet and gold and orange and blue, I know that. But we want our opinions to be considered the right opinion. And so in asking, who is my neighbor, the lawyer is also asking, what's the minimum I've got to do according to the law to take care of those around me? Now, we had a joke in seminary that the class ahead of us coined this phrase. The phrase was, "Done is better than good," correct? I will vouch for your rector who has never went by that code. However, I will confess that perhaps I have. Done is better than good, meaning, well, let me just get this thing done. I could work on that paper a little bit more. Let's just turn it in, get closer to graduation, and praise God, to ordination. It means doing the minimum. And so this lawyer had an idea about who his neighbor was. His neighbor was Jewish. His neighbor was ritually clean. And he thought, yeah, I should probably give money to the widows, to the orphans. I should go to temple once in a while. It's doing the minimum. So we've got being right and doing the minimum. Again, holding in tension with mercy sees only need and responds in compassion. So this is Jesus' parable. His audience understood the setup. They knew that road. That road in just 17 miles goes down 3,000 feet. It has a bunch of switchbacks. It's narrow. It is a perfect place for anybody who's a bandit to hide. Now, we have no idea about this man's status. We don't know if he's Jewish or not. Going in front. What we do know is this man is at the mercy of whoever comes next because he has been robbed and nearly killed. And so we have a divine appointment, a God-inspired moment where a priest and a Levite come alongside, but they refuse to help. And aren't they culpable in this man's death if he were to die? Forget about doing the minimum. They're not doing anything. And so the hero of the story, it's not a minister, it's not a socially connected person, And the plot twist that Jesus gives no doubt upsets his audience. A Samaritan, someone whom Jews did not like, provided aid, provided shelter, and most importantly, provided hope to this man. He expected nothing in return. Now remember that quote. Mercy sees need and only responds with compassion. The Samaritan was living that out, seeing the need and responding in compassion. Now a quick reminder, I guess I feel sorry for you because I may cut this out for the second sermon, but a quick reminder about Samaritans and Jews. Obviously they were the original Hatfields and McCoys of the Bible. But the northern kingdom was taken over by the Assyrians, and then later the southern kingdom was taken over by the Babylonians. And so as they were pulled away in the northern kingdom, the Assyrians brought other conquered people with them, and so those folks there started worshiping God on Mount Gerizim, and they intermarried. And so when the Jews were able to come back from the Babylonian exile, they looked at them and said, "What are you doing? You're intermarried. You're worshiping God up there. You're unclean. We don't want to deal with you." And so that's what spawns this dislike and this hateful one for them. They consider them less of themselves. And so this is Jesus' hero. And so with this story, Jesus' audience is asking, hey, what are we supposed to do? According to the law, what's the bare minimum I'm supposed to do? And so Jesus shatters that expectation of the bare minimum. Everyone inside the covenant and outside the covenant. Everyone is your neighbor. So the upset lawyer could not even muster the name. He says, he showed him mercy. He couldn't say Samaritan. He just could muster a P. So Jesus challenges that lawyer, challenges his audience then, challenges us this morning with his very, very bold pastoral directive. Go and do likewise. That's a big challenge. Go and do likewise. I have seen this happen in recent months. During our time on the Camino in Spain, I witnessed the need for help and the response of compassion. I don't want to steal the thunder from your rector or from your deacon, but I'm going to tell you a little bit, one story from the Camino. So it's Alex, Chester, myself, and Chester's friend Richard. Richard, of the four, acted like a doomsday prepper. I really loved it. He had everything we could possibly need. He had first aid supplies, he had any kind of thing. He also had extra bags to pack. And I learned that's something that you should always have, extra bags to put your burdens in. Richard's pace on the Camino was also blistering. We would see him go off. He took over 5,000 pictures on the trip. And I'm lucky to get a couple. But while on the Camino, you really meet all types of folks. And so we met 3 German women. They were friends. They were probably in their 60s. They had been friends since kids. One was a hairdresser. One was a physician's assistant. One was an auto worker. And they were a hoot. They were laughing and just having a great time the whole time. They're just laughing and talking, laughing and talking. But that third woman, the automaker, she was struggling. It turns out she was having serious knee problems with a left knee. And it turns out later, we found out later, she had also a club foot. She was struggling. Her friends, they slowed down, but yet their pace would go on. And she was struggling. Our friend Richard has a background in medicine. He took note of our injured German friend. And very quietly, he sought her out one day at lunch. We found him along the way. And being the prepper that he is, he pulls out a knee brace and gives it to her. Mercy sees only need and responds with compassion. Now, thankfully, you do not have to go on the Camino to Spain to find out who your neighbor is. And you don't have to go to Spain to figure out how to give compassion to those around you. Your neighbors are right here in town. Up on 34th at Publix, right down the street at Winn-Dixie, at the Wawa. Your neighbors are in condos. They're right around here. Some are doing well. Some need a friend. Some are suffering in some capacity, and most probably suffering in silence. This church, that's what I love about this church is well aware of your neighbors. I mean, y'all minister to them through your water fountain, your water bottles. You've opened up a playground with a big sign that says everybody welcome. And this church, not just the building being present, but you all are present. Almost like a sentinel. Almost like saying, come here. This church sees needs and responds with compassion. This church becomes vulnerable. You become vulnerable when you love people who are not exactly like you. It is a big challenge, but it is a good thing. And it is what Christ calls us to. He says, go into likewise. So this morning, my challenge for this church family, both individually and together, is to be vulnerable in your love. That you strive to go beyond just doing the minimum and go beyond wanting to justify your opinions. That you see that you are open through the Holy Spirit to be open to recognize the needs around you and then to respond with Christian compassion. When following Jesus, what matters is practicing that mercy, seeing the needs of those around us and responding in compassion. Christ gives us that pastoral directive today. Go and do likewise.